Okay, so for 1.9, this lesson is called Geometric Meanies. You should be able to apply understanding of geometric sequences to find missing terms. How can I find the missing terms in a geometric sequence? What equations can help me find this in a geometric sequence? So this is very similar to what we did a couple days ago with arithmetic, except for now, instead of add, this is times, 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 right? So for this, for the first question, it says, each of the tables below represents a geometric sequence. Now, if they didn't tell you this was a geometric sequence and they show you something like this, that's not enough information, okay? That's not enough information. So the fact that they told you it's a geometric sequence already gave you a clue on what to do. Does that make sense? Well, so find the missing terms in the sequence and show your method. So I'm going to peek into what my students have done. So the very first one, someone says, oh, I think it's times 8. So 3 times something gives me 8, times something gives me 12. I don't believe that. So whoever has this one, I don't think you're right yet. So what you want to do is you want to think about a number that you're going to multiply by to do that. So let me check this person. Okay, so 9. So 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, but 9 times 3 is not 27. So no, whoever this is, you're still thinking of arithmetic. So arithmetic means what? What does arithmetic mean? In the chat, please. Absolutely. What does arithmetic mean? Yeah, adding. So here they asked you, can you make a geometric sequence? So geometric means what? What does geometric mean? Okay, so yeah, so a lot of you have this down. When I'm talking about a geometric, I'm asking about multiplication. So if you were in adding land, go back and fix this, right? This is not right. So if you don't pay attention to these words right here, so let's just say, like, I don't know, on a test that I don't know that's coming up really soon, and I give you a table like this and your brain's like, boom, I know what this is, Miss Johnson. 12 minus 3 is 9, and then divide it by 2, and then add each one. So boom, it's 7.5. If you ignored the fact that this said geometric sequence, your your work is right for the wrong question. Does that make sense? Your work is right for the wrong question. So yeah, so we're gonna have to figure out, what am I gonna multiply by 3, and then again by that number to get to 12. Okay, so what could I do? So let me peek in some other people's stuff. Someone put 7.5. That's, again, that's arithmetic. See, they're adding right there. So this person is pretty interesting. This person said 6. So let me try this. And let me write in a different color. So this person said 3 times 2 is 6. Oh, but wait, y'all, look, 6 times 2. It's times 2 times 2. Very good. Very good, very good, very good. Okay, so if you don't have this answer, 6, can you please write it down, number 1? Number 2, can you please go back and figure out, okay, well, why did I get this wrong? If it was a misunderstanding problem, like you were so excited about arithmetic because we had just finished it and you understood what we're doing, congratulations, not a big deal. I'm okay with that. If it was completely like, I don't understand it, then that's where we got to fix it. Okay, so go back, fix that really quick. I'm just grabbing some participation credit. Very good. I love when a lot of people participate. So Daniel, because you're new, just kind of jump in, say the wrong answer, put it in there wrong. Who cares? When you put it in there wrong, no one actually pays attention to that. So that's good. All right, so very good. Yes, ma'am. See, I told you. So for those of you who are like, oh, but Miss Johnson, you don't understand. I'm going to fail this class. How do you know that you're going to fail this class? I don't even know that you're going to fail this class. So good, very good. Let me refresh my screen. I've got 6, a bunch of places now. Hey, you with the 7.5, that's a wrong answer. I'm telling you right now, fix it. You need to fix this. Very good. We got 6. Okay, now let's look at reasoning. Let's see. How did you get that? Oh, here, this person's explanation. So remember, whenever Ms. Johnson's asking you questions on a test, she always asks you explain. So this person says, yes, the missing term is the missing term, yet you identified the only answer. Yes, the missing term is the only answer because 3 times 2 equals 6. And then I assume they're going to say 6 times 2 is 12, right? So this person clearly has some strong understanding. They're not confused. So is everybody good on why this is 6 and not 7.5 or 9 or whatever other number that you have? Does that make sense?
Sí.
Sí, en español también. Muy bien. All right, let's put a 6 in there just so that we have the correct answer. That looks funny. I know, Miss Johnson, you always go back to your favorite font. I'm not going to do my favorite font. It's just there. Ta-da. Good. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now your brain, put it in your brain. We're doing geometric. We're doing geometric. We're doing geometric. Okay, here, number 6. Slide 6 rather. Okay, we're still on geometric sequences. Geometric, all day long. Geometric. Right? Okay, so, but now how would you do this? So let's go back here really quick. Anybody want to talk to me about how you figured this out? So if we went back to here, this guy, the math that we did was, do you guys remember this? We subtracted, remember this? We subtracted, and then we divided, right? Well, we can't subtract for this one. So we're gonna have to figure out here. What are we gonna do instead? How are we gonna do this? Go to this one. How are we gonna do this one? Divide? What? Someone said divide. Someone said to divide. Okay, so you're gonna divide? Oh, let me try this. So you want me to divide 12 by 3. Okay, that's 4. That equals to 4, right? But that's not the number that I put there. Very good. But what am I going to have to do next? What would I do next to this 4? How did you get, so remember that other person, they put times 2 times 2. Where does the 4 fit in and this 2? Where did they get this 2 from? Any ideas on where we got this 2 from? Ooh, yes. Very good. Okay. So someone said, I just looked at the number of jumps, right? So 1, remember from before, 1, 2 jumps. So then this person said, I wanted to make sure that, yeah. So from 1 to 2 and from 2 to 3 gave me 2 jumps. So if I take 4 and I kind of, I don't want to say divide it because it's not dividing. Split it. Split is still divide, but take into account that it has 2 jumps. That makes sense that it'd be 2. Okay, so everybody understand your very first step that our friend helped us find. So someone said, Miss Johnson, we need to divide. Let me snip this so that you guys all believe that I'm not talking to myself. Where is, oh, there it is. I was looking for my snipping tool. So someone says, this person says, hey, Miss Johnson, I want you to divide. That is correct. So we're going to divide. Why are you so small? So we're going to divide, right? And then this person said, hey, Miss Johnson, take into account the number of jumps. Right? Okay, can you try that here for this next one? Can you try that here for this next one? All right. Let me see what you guys put. Nice. Okay, are you dividing? What should I divide by? What should I divide? Good. Give me a division sentence in the chat, please. Yeah, that's what I want. Very cool. Yes, that's exactly what I want. Very good. So someone says, hey, Ms. Johnson, just divide. I'm like, all right, you want me to divide? Sure, yes. So they divided 875 divided by 7, right? Is 125. Then I want you to count how many loops to go through. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you divide again by 3, that's not correct, right? Because here, let me show you. Right? If you say, where's my calculator? Where did you go? I have too many screens open, guys. The gigantic calculator. Here we go. If I take 875 and I divide it by 7, right? Then I get 125. You guys all see what I did? 875 divided by 7, right? So that's 125. If I divide that by 1, 2, 3 jumps, right? I get some crazy number, which is 41.67. So I'm not going to multiply that by 7 because that's not right. And then times that again, 41.7. Yeah, that's not right. So what am I going to have to do to this 125 to figure out what numbers go here and here? What am I going to multiply? What am I going to do with this 125? So before I had a 4 and I kind of broke up my 4. So it was here and here, right? See what you guys did. Oh, interesting. Look at what this person did. So times 5, they said. So, but how do I get times 5 from this 125? I have 1, 2, 3 jumps. Right? How am I going to do this? How do I do this? Because I agree with this person. It's going to be this, right? But if I bring back my calculator, right? And I go 7 times 5, I get, wait, what? I get 35. And then that times 5, I get 175. And then that times 5, I get 875. Ooh, boom. So that's what I wanted. But how do I get from 125? Any ideas? How do I get from 125 to 5? How do I get from 125 to 5? Here's another question. How did I get from 4 to 2? It's kind of division, but not really. Excuse me. Hold on. Sorry. Ooh, someone said 125 divided by 25 is 5. That's true. Does anybody know the relationship? Can you, okay, so sometimes I play this game. I used to play it all the time with my children, except for they were littler. But we'd start with a number. So here we're going to start with the number 4. And eventually we want to get to the number 2. Okay. So if I start with 4, how would you get to 2? What are different ways that you can get from 4 to 2? Yep. One way is to subtract 2. Good. Another way is to divide by 2. Good. That's so true. There's another way besides subtracting and dividing. I'll give you a hint. You just learned it in 8th grade. There's a new operation. Let me show you my calculator for inspiration. Boop. That you can get from 4 to 2. Yes, yes. Someone said it in the chat. It's square root, right? Oh, because I need to think of what times what gives me 4. So it was 2. Very good. So hold on. We got to write that square root thing down. It's square root kind of, I guess I should say. It's square root kind of. So it's square root for this one. But I wonder if it's going to be square root every single time. Yes. Okay. Oh man, because you can't find the square root of 125. I mean, it's not going to be the number that we want because we want it to be 5. So I'm going to go with 125 and I take the square root. Yeah, that's not the number I want. I wonder. So instead of thinking about it as squares, I kind of like it that someone put in the chat a square. So I'm thinking of what number squared to the 2 gives me 4. So I'm thinking of in my head for this last one, because I have a 4, I'm thinking what number when I square it gives me 4, because there's 2 jumps, right? So that's why you guys said 2. For this one, I'm thinking about 125, right? Am I still thinking of what number squared? What number squared? Am I only thinking about 2 jumps? How many jumps am I looking at for this one? How many jumps am I looking at for sequence 2? Count with me. 1. Yeah, 2, 3. Oh, so this shouldn't be a 2, Miss Johnson. This should be a 3. Oh, and that's why this person got a 5. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Are we getting it? Kind of. It's okay if it's not perfect. We don't need it to be perfect right now. We just need you to like kind of, oh, I get it, kind of. 1, 2, okay, so what number when I cube it? What number when I cube it? Everyone said cube. What number when I cube it gives me 125? What number should go in there? Yeah, it's 5. Let me check. 5 to the third, 125. Got it? I'm going to clip this right here. So I'm putting this, sorry, my throat is kind of funny. So I'm putting this right here so that you guys can all see and remember how we went from 125, right? We know where we got 125. And then this 5. This 5 is super important. We called him the multiplier, the common ratio. Remember, he was the star of the show before. So you guys comfortable with this? So I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna have you guys try this one on your own, looking at this right here. Got it?